Well, hello there. This is Reaching Nexus, and I'm once again playing No Man's Sky. Today I'm going to do something a little different. Let's see if I can get some people to ask me questions about No Man's Sky. Thought that might be fun. But, other than that, I'll be hunting Rigogen. I need lots of it. And, I only found 100 last time. So, might as well keep going. Just gonna get some settings put in here. So bear with me. And then we'll get going. Alright, off we go. So I know on this side where I landed my ship there's actually... Well, I think I ran something over. That was tragic. It's a pretty barren coastline over here where I landed. So I'll be leaving that. Guess I should try and get chat up so people can actually ask questions. Just one more second here. Some angry animals. Oh, did I run something else over? Ugh. It's terrible. Alright, here we go. Let's see if there's anything right here. It looks pretty steep. Just take a quick look. Nope. Nice and empty. So we won't waste our time with that. Just keep going. Some fish here in the shallows. Very strange fish. They're like weird human-faced fat fish. It's a really odd shadow. Oh, it's a big flying rock. That's why. There's a reef over here. It's a good place to go.
Fuel required. Technology recharge.
There we are. Beautiful reef. Storms are no concern under the ocean. Hello to whoever just joined the stream. More of those crazy fish. Pretty nice reef. So on this planet I've been finding about 100 Rigogen an hour. Which isn't great. It's also not terrible. Oh, there's the last species. Man, those are ugly. Like giant leeches. I actually know a Vikine that looks like that. And there are a lot of those. Little photo for the scrapbook there. Well, at least they're cautious and not aggressive. They look like they should be aggressive. Where? That's everything for this planet. Let's check. Indeed, 100%. So does nobody out there have a question?
Weapon charge depleted. Technology recharge.
Looks like the reef goes this way. See, now I'm in part of the cave system that I got lost in yesterday. I was very lost yesterday.
Weather update.
Oh wow,
Storm
what a
clear.
beautiful, what a beautiful canyon. Such a nice reef. Absolutely gorgeous. And now that it's nighttime, it'll be so much easier to find the Rigogen. That should make it right there. Now I'm out of the cave system. There's a bunch of open caves. The water level is so high on this world that nearly all the caves are underwater. So much easier to see Rigogen at night. Hey Lorenzo. Yes, I do like the game. I've been playing it since launch day, and I always find something to do when I put this game in the console. It's one of those relaxing, calming games for me. It's my chill time. How about you, Lorenzo? Do you play the game? Do you enjoy it? Oh, I see. You're waiting for the next big update to drop before you drop the money on it. Gonna buy it in September. I think you'd be able to have fun with it now, all the way through to September. I can understand if you're not ready to pull the trigger. One of my big hopes is that we're going to see increased biodiversity in the next update. I mean, not that this isn't already beautiful, but I have seen reefs very similar to this already. Yeah, I'm not sure. You say, Lorenzo says a lot of people don't like this game and he doesn't understand why. I don't get it either. I mean, I know my kids don't like the game. They played it for about 20 to 30 hours each and then said, no, it's boring. But I guess for them, because they're younger and they kind of grew up in this technological magic world, it's not new to them, you know. They've seen in their lifetimes satellites land on comets, microsats launched 100 at a time, rockets reused. So for them it's, you know, they're not the Star Trek generation, I guess. This is all stuff that's already being explored in the real world. So I guess they don't find it as fascinating and as exciting. And then there's the crowd that said, "Oh, Hello Games lied or offered something that they didn't sell," and all that nonsense. And they just won't let go of that. Those seem to be the two camps of people that I find that don't like the game. And then there's the rest of us. The ones who like the game, who like the community. There's just a really great community forming around this game. One of the best ones I've ever been a part of. But I think the trials of the early game, of all the discontent, I think that really led to a much stronger community than we would have had otherwise. Thanks for the question, Lorenzo. Man, I am having some serious trouble driving here. Let me show you these fish up close. They have this ugly human-looking face. And they just kind of... if you catch them with their mouth open, it's kind of creepy. It's like a Ronald McDonald face. There's one. So it's like a pretty cool fish body. And then that. Do I have information about Waking Titan? Well, I've been trying to keep up. I don't have anything new, but I do know that I received an email recently taking me to the form to submit my address for a physical Atlas V4 pass. So I know that that phase of it, of the giveaway, is underway right now. I do not know if I'll actually receive one, because I don't know how quickly I got mine in. That was about 2 weeks ago, I guess. Yeah, maybe a week ago. 2 weeks, something like that. They already did the 180 game key giveaway. Phase 1 of Waking Titan ended with a message from Sean Murray telling everyone how much he hopes they'll enjoy the next release, and suggested that the release will be on the anniversary. And then it also mentioned that there are phases 2 and 3 of Waking Titan. We're currently, I believe, in phase 2. There's the whole Loop 16 subroutine, and I guess the conversation right now, most people have a consensus that this version of the game is actually loop 15. And so Waking Titan is talking about the next version of the simulation, which will be update 1.3. And beyond that, I don't know a whole lot. I mean, there's so much information. There was just recently in the I think it was in the Galactic Hub or the Amino Hub. I can't keep track. But they had someone found a communication ball, and in that communication ball was a set of subroutines that were for the Waking Titan site, and then if you go and put them in, it gives out lore. So then people had to discover communication balls on 8 different planets to get all 8 routines, and then that gave us some lore about, I can't remember the character's name, but it was something about a sentinel languishing in the sand. I don't know. It was crazy. I don't have it in front of me. Man, I traveled pretty far. Yeah, it's really quite amazing. And then I don't know what the status, I should have paid attention, but I don't know what the status is right now on the calibration. I know we were looking for percussive resonant public instruments. So people were submitting pictures of bells and pianos and stuff like that.
Fuel required.
I don't know if we're on the next phase of that or not. So that's about all I know right now about Waking Titan is absolute, utter confusion. And lots of lore. Wonder how I'm doing here on my gathering. Oh, I've already got 250 and another 89. That's good. Trying to remember if I lost my Candensium or if I dropped it off at base. Be very disappointed if I've misplaced 1,000 Candensium. Oh, now I'm stuck.
Fuel required. Technology recharge.
Some pretty rough terrain here. Uh-oh.
Weather update. Storm
So here it is early morning. Very early. What's everybody's time zones like there? Out in YouTube land. It's always interesting to me to hear where people are. Wonder if that's the same floating rock I passed earlier. I think I've pretty much picked this reef clean. There it is. Starting to get a little worried there. I thought I had lost the roamer there. That wouldn't be good. So I would definitely run out of oxygen quickly. Ah, dear. Oh, good. I was able to pull it out there. Tell you what, if some of these collisions were turned on, I'd be in serious trouble. I would have been stuck a long time ago. It's nice of them to turn those off underwater. This looks new to me. I've been on this planet for at least 6 hours, I think. 3 visits, and I've never seen that before. Or at least I've never noticed it. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Well, hello to whoever's there now. If you have any questions, I will answer them to the best of my abilities. Or I will pretend to know the answer. No, I'm kidding. If I don't know the answer, I won't tell you. This planet, you have to check for predators. These striders are pretty cool, but they're just prey. This planet is infested with angry badgers with glowy heads. See some tech over here. Get some more nanites. Oh, it's a ship. Nice. Very nice.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
It's a lot smaller than mine. I like the model though. It's pretty cool. Those wings. That's too bad. Oh, 2 robotic pilots. Crumpled against the ship's controls. I wonder how they got 2 in there. A malfunctioning robot enters, seemingly speaking the language of a warrior species. It ignores me, choosing instead to posture dramatically to itself in the doorway. Carries a multi-tool, appears superior to my own. Yeah, why not? We'll see if it shoots at me. Nice. Also not as good as my own. Thanks, robot.
Technology recharge.
If nothing else, at least I got a shielding shard.
Levels stabilizing.
Let's check out this cave. This is one thing I absolutely love about No Man's Sky is caves.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Sounds like I have an angry sentinel behind me. Oh, it's not a deep cave. It's just a little shallow cave. That's too bad. I was all excited because it had so much stuff in it. Look at him down there. He's looking for me. He's all angry that I ran over some stuff.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
He's gonna get really mad now. Like a bull in a china shop. Look how mad they are. Gonna have to fly out of here and then summon my vehicle, I guess. Here's the exit.
Weather update. Storm clearing. Temperature levels stabilizing.
I wonder if this is new reef or reef I've already been in. Find out. Oh. That's not good. Looks like I've already picked this section of the reef. Oh, there's some over there. I think, or is that... No, it is. There's Rigogen. So this is a new section of the reef. So the last time I played, I was after Candensium. Lorenzo says, I love the design of this game. You'll have to thank the computer and the math for the design. I mean, the individual models, of course, were digital artists. But the actual layout, organization, placement, interactions, all of that was the math. I don't know, Lorenzo, you sure you want to wait till September? If you get it now, you could already have your base built by the time the update drops. I mean, there's little things that could be improved. I don't think I've scanned that before. Like, it would be nice if when you drive through the kelp or walk through the kelp, it would lay down in front of you instead of going through, cutting through your vehicle. Small collision, stuff like that would be good. Don't remember having scanned that. I must have. Oh, there's a cave in the water over there. Let's go there.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Well, there's plenty of quests. Nasty sod. I mean, they're mostly fetch quests, but if you are used to playing any kind of RPG or MMORPG, it should feel familiar. Go here, get that, bring me this, make that. There's lots of that in the base building scenarios now. Some of them are difficult to accomplish, some are easy. For example, right now, the reason I'm gathering Rigogen is because I have a quest to make copper wire. I also went out yesterday, or 2 days ago, looking for Candensium because I had a quest to make non-ferrous plate. It's one of those angry badgers. Get back. Get back. It's my Thamian. And if you piss off any of the 3 races, then you pretty much can achieve a kill on sight status. So there's, I mean, it's not human factions, but it's definitely factions. So those 3 things that you just said are actually in the game. Just perhaps not in the form that you want. I don't know how many quests there are now, though. There's got to be at least 50 or 60 quests in the base building scenario, and then they added the roamers vehicles. That has, I think, at least a dozen quests, because there's all the different components and the 3 different vehicles. So it'd be at least 4 quests per vehicle. Some of them require going to new systems. And then there's craftable blueprints that you find all over the place that require gathering elements from specific biomes and specific types of systems and specific types of planets. So in a way, I guess that's sort of a mission, to just build or craft those blueprints. It's not as guided as some other games. This has always been sort of an open-ended, open world, do what you want kind of game. See where I am right now. So yeah, right now I have to build an exocraft terminal and vehicle. I didn't do it on my home planet, so, and I haven't checked back in with the vendor since I did it. I have to craft antimatter, which I think I've done. And then these are quests right now. I have gather 50 mordite, gather 50 copperite, gather 50 candensium for scientific research, I already built the roamer geobay, and then gather Korzagen. So one is a frozen biome, one is a radioactive biome, another one is killing a bunch of animals, and then this one is feeding a bunch of animals. So plenty of quests. Hey Lorenzo, you have a good one too. Thanks so much.
Fuel required.
Need to find another reef.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
September will be after, well, most people think it'll be after the 1.3 launch. Technically, I think the anniversary in this month, in August, is when we're going to get 1.3 update, which is... predictions are pretty much all over the place. There's a ARG that's been going on for 2 or 3 months now, called Waking Titan, and it's suggested that there's going to be some modifications that incorporate portals, activation of the portals. There's been some suggestion that a 4th race is going to be introduced, or perhaps we, as the player, are the 4th race. There's been some suggestion that there's going to be increased flora and fauna diversity. But it's really, the way that the ARG has unfolded, it's been more about extending the lore surrounding the game. And how the simulation of No Man's Sky relates to the real world. So that's been fun. But I think Lorenzo is waiting till September because he wants to see how the update is received before he buys the game. He actually never bought the game because of all the negative reviews. So have you played all the updates? If you got the game on day 1, Nasty, have you played all of the updates? Have you gotten yourself a freighter, built a complete base, collected your ships of all the different classes? Have you played since 1.22? There's what I'm looking for. Do not know a good unit glitch, actually. I wish I did. I know that the... By the way, hi, Steel. I mean, unfortunately, even though it takes 20-30 hours to set it up, a good nip farm is gonna be the fastest way to earn units. There is a blueprint that I have which is for Terramin, which if you find the right system, sells for about 77,000 units per piece, but it requires 100 gold, 100 emerald, 20 platinum, and 20 zinc to make. So the gathering on that is gonna put your time scale way higher than if you just went and built the nip farm. Nice thing about nip is it doesn't require any crafting either, so you don't have to deal with the crafting menu. The other thing you can do, it's not as efficient, but in any station, if you need units fast, but not a lot of them, you can trade dynamic resonators. There'll always be a ship that brings them in at regular cost, and then there'll be another ship that brings them in at gold star price. And so you can literally just transfer them from one ship to the other, buy them from one guy, sell them to the other. And you can make probably close to 2 million units an hour doing that. It's mind-numbing though. Yeah, if you were having trouble there, Nasty, with feeling like it was repetitive, then you'll probably see a lot of new stuff. The last update brought in a lot of diversity additions. If you haven't played since then, why can't I? Can't spawn that underwater. Man, that sucks. Way down here now. And then there's also some... now I'm stuck in a cave. This happened to me yesterday. There's also some mods, like the Big Things mod is out there. If you're playing on PC, that'll really give you some interesting worlds. Yeah, the resonator, you're right, Steel, the resonator one is really boring to do. But it is a really easy way. If you want a fun way, get yourself a good multi-tool and find a planet that has hyper-aggressive sentinels and land at any facility that has a landing pad. One of the shorter ones, I'm not sure what they're called, outposts I think. And they'll usually have a trading terminal inside, and then you just go outside, piss off the sentinels, and blow them up, and you can earn right around 3 million units an hour selling neutrino modules and pugenium from the sentinels. You also get a nice stack of zinc as well. But it keeps it kind of fun, because if you can get the sentinel alerts up into the level 4 range, it definitely keep your heart pumping. And then when you get those walkers and the dogs, you'll get some other rare materials that'll sell for a good price. So I've done that before. That's how I got the multi-tool that I'm using right now. I found a place on a hyper-aggressive sentinel planet that was selling it. That's this tool, and it took me about a little bit under an hour to earn enough units to buy this. I think it was like 2.7 million units to buy that multi-tool. So that's a less boring way to earn units. If you're not interested in building a farm or staying put on one planet, you can do that pretty much anywhere. Some really rough terrain. I'm gonna flip here.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I found my multi-tool just by luck. It's pretty much random. But I found it at a standard outpost with one landing pad. I basically just picked a planet that had a lot of buildings and just kept landing on landing pads until I found the one that I wanted. VR No Man's Sky. Man, that'd be the end of me if they provided VR support for this game. I would be working like 100 contracts to try and buy one of the VR headsets. So hopefully, I hate to say this for people that want it, but hopefully they don't come out with VR support. Because then I would have to buy a VR headset. I mean, you're talking to... Oh, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Hell yeah, Boondock. Where have you been, man? Been playing that other game. Been watching your channel. I'm working on some other stuff, Boondock. I've been hosting the No Man's Sky News Network. We already did one episode. I've been working on stories for episode 2, so it's been eating up my stream and playtime. And then I've also got some less live stream, more produced stuff that I'm working on. So it'll be coming out. I have the No Man's Sky version of Deep Thoughts. That'll be coming out sometime soon. But man, I haven't seen your icon in my channel in a long time, brother. Well, I tell you, No Man's Sky definitely misses you. Over there playing with that other game. So let me ask you, Boondock, did you ever get on the Geknik gang Discord? Did you join that? I don't think I was in the subcast chat. Oh, here we go. Well then, Nasty, you should be hanging out on Boondock's channel when he's streaming. 'Cause he's just getting into it. Oh, nice. Underwater building. Looks like a derelict building. The oceans here are blood. Nothing lives in them. They are alive themselves. Great protean life forms as large as the continents. Or perhaps there is only one of them. What does such a thing consume, I ask myself. The answer seems to be everything. I found evidence of past life here, but no signs of it. Does the native flora and fauna hibernate when it comes to eat them, then return and repopulate once it retreats? I can feel it moving inside my brain, whispering. It wants me to discard my suit and swim. Nanites. Oh, I said I was working on a like a pre-produced series of shorts,
Fuel required.
like a deep thought series on No Man's Sky. It's a little humor in there. And then I have the No Man's Sky News Network. Come out every Sunday. Started last week. And it's basically news from the Federation. So pretty much any civilization that's registered with the Federation will be eligible to have news stories posted about what they're doing. Where's Titan? Good job, funny guy. It's a good question, and it's funny. Well played, sir. I don't know where Titan is. But wherever Titan is waking from a long nap. Yeah, it's I don't know if you can search for No Man's Sky News, Boone, but you can go to the Galactic Hub Reddit subreddit and search for No Man's Sky News Network, or NMSNN, and you should be able to find the first link, and then it'll be the new one will be posted again. Oh, here, I stumbled across these, so let me show you these, Boone. Look at these abominations. They look like Vikine mandibles shoved on a leech. Freaking nasty. I mean, as a creature though, it kind of works. It makes sense, but ugh. So the first episode we did, it was a combination of made up news stories, No Man's Sky news stories, and then real Federation information, because it was kind of quiet. But this week there's been all kinds of stuff scattered throughout all the different subreddits, so I managed to get enough stories so that pretty much everything is going to be real news. Sweet. Thank you very much, Nasty Sod, for the sub. I appreciate it. So tell me, Boondock, why are you up so early? Couldn't be because a little someone is awake and keeping you awake, is it? Oh, nice. Big sandy section in the reef. Gotta love the math. Look at that. So here's a little info about Nexus. I grew up in the Keys, and when I was a kid, we actually had very nice reefs in the Keys. And aside from the algae, so we didn't have big macroalgae like that, but aside from the algae, I just had a flashback. This actually reminds me of growing up and snorkeling on the reefs. That's so crazy. Nice. Queensland, Australia. You got some really nice reefs. Well, kinda. Boondock says he's still sleeping, thankfully, but I had to make a long trip through the Milky Way to get to the next community goal in Elite. Look at you putting in the hours, Boone. Good for you, man. I'm actually coming up on my cutoff time. Gotta go be an adult. Do the job thing. Earn the monies. I'd much rather stay here and pick Rigogen, though. Oh, I know. Boo. Boo on adulting. But, you know, it's one of those things. If you guys would tell a friend, and that friend would tell a friend, and that friend would tell a friend to come sub to my channel, then maybe I wouldn't have to have a hard stop and go to my real job. I would be more than happy to play No Man's Sky all day for your viewing pleasure, 24/7. So send people my way. Get those thumbs up. Get those likes going. And then maybe, just maybe, someday I could be a full-time No Man's Sky explorer. Wonder if I can make that jump. I think we're gonna make it. Sweet. Hardcore parkour.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
There's no storms down here. Come on. Gonna That'd be so awesome. Well, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a full-time No Man's Sky explorer. Animal scanner. That's really sweet of you, Boondock. Thank you so much, man. I send people to you anytime I can, brother. Anytime. Always a pleasure on your channel. Wow, this is a really steep reef. Can see the cutoff though for the biome. It's that hard line right there in the middle. Heck yeah, coffee time. Stay-at-home father of 4. Man, good for you. Wish I could pull that off. That'd be so cool. I got 2. They all pretty much take care of themselves now. They go to school and wipe their own butts and everything. Alright, so here's the trick. I need to save the game. But I think I've wandered myself into the middle of the ocean. Yeah, it's pretty deep. Huh. I wonder if I can build a save point here in the water. Oh, I can. Good.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Alright, so this is a first for me. I'm actually going to save and sign off from way under the ocean. Look at that little sentinel is like screaming to the top, looking for oxygen. But it's time. I gotta get going. Thanks so much, guys.